You got Chevy heater hose fittings that leak on your truck? Here's an upgrade, let's check it out. Ta-da, Chevrolet. 4.8 Vortec V8 right here. Come right in here, no leaks, no problems, already swapped them out. So we're good to go on the plastic ones, you know, they last a long time. But on the Avalanche, we got a problem. And I just popped the hose on there with the hose clamp. That's not gonna hold very long. So we're gonna have to swap them out. We had this connector over here break, brittle old plastic, 20 years, so we're swapping it out with the metal one, getting it done right. I just got a hose clamp on there. I did it for the video, see if it worked, and I mean it worked, but it's gonna pop off if I run it like that for long. All right, so we've shown the plastic way to do it. You can get the heater hose fittings like this. They're cheaper, you know, they lasted 20 years. You can also get these metal heater hose fittings, is what we're talking about now. This is an upgrade. So I've already replaced these heater hose fittings on my red truck. Here we go, Doorman, 800 917 HP and 800 409 HP. Now I'll tell you right off the bat, your 409 HP is gonna be your hose on the right. That is a 5/8 inch hose. So, you know, it's your truck, you can do it how you want, but I'm just gonna swap out this one. I'm not gonna do them both. I don't have any leaks on the other one. You know, I'm not gonna fix what isn't broken. I've done that enough to learn that it's just gonna leak if I mess with it. So if it leaks, I'll swap it out. But you know what? No problems. We're not gonna make any more problems for ourselves. And either way, the black one, the one that's on the left of the firewall, that's the one that always doesn't leak. This is the one that always breaks and leaks. The yellow plastic one, I don't know what it was, supposed to be white from the factory, but this yellow one seems to always break the most. Don't know what kind of plastic that is, but it's not any good. There's your quick disconnect right there, and then if you look in there, we got that black big old seal, O-ring seal thing down in there, and that's what seals up the coolant. So same but different. So I mean, they normally don't leak, but you know, 20 years old, you get in there, start working on the engine, they pop off, psh, brakes, spew, coolant everywhere, you got a problem. You know, there's no sense in getting plastic ones unless that's all you can find. You want to do it cheap. So you probably get a new hose clamp too. The spring type ones are good if you can get new ones, but sometimes you got to put a regular hose clamp on there because they drip anyways. We're going to get this one connector swapped out. You can do both at the same time. It's up to you. All right, we have 3 heater hose fittings right here. We have a 5/8 inch barb, 5/8 inch barb. We have a 3/4 inch barb. This is a 3/4 inch opening. This is a 3/4 inch opening, and this is a 3/4 inch opening. So this one right here matches the old one that I'm replacing. It fits on a 5/8 inch hose. You got to make sure, it can get very confusing, but if you got a 3/4 inch hose going into the firewall, you need the bigger hose barb. So on this vehicle right here, this is a 2002 Chevy Avalanche, we have 5/8 inch hoses, and then that is a 3/4 inch opening going through the firewall. Here's a different style setup right here. Now this is a 5/8 inch opening down in there. It is smaller. That 3/4 inch won't fit on there. It will leak. So if you have this little wing style one, you're probably gonna have to go back with this one. These metal ones will not work, will not fit on there, and they will leak. So on this 2002 Chevy Avalanche, we got 5/8 inch hoses. So we're gonna go with this style right here with the hose barb, 5/8. If we find a 3/4 inch hose, we're gonna have to get the bigger hose barb because this one will not fit and not work on a 5/8 inch hose. So all the openings on these are 3/4 inch. Down here, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch. The only difference is the hose barb size. Not that bad to do. You get this hose off, get you a new hose clamp, and you're just gonna swap it out. All right, so to get the old one off, you gotta get a quick disconnect removal tool like this, slips in there. You pop it off. I already did that, but mine wouldn't come off. You know, I had to break it off. It was so broken. So we're just popping the new one on right here. Just a hose, you know, stick it down in there, easy. Tighten the hose clamp up, and then we just pop it back on there and we're done. So, you know, getting them off is 99% of the trouble. Once you get them off, you know, pop it on, we're done. So let me get this thing tightened down. and we'll get it topped off with some antifreeze. We'll be good to go. So on the red cat eye, I know I had a problem, but this is a 5/8 inch hose, and I put it all back together. I had the wrong fitting. So you got to make sure that one up there is the right size. You know, it can be 5/8, 3/4, put it back together, it's wrong. So you just got to measure the old fitting, and you know, if it's too big, it'll leak. If it's too small, it'll leak. Just depends on the setup. All right, so we got the 5/8 inch one on here. Now, trick is you can snip just enough hose off of there so it's still long enough you can get a nice connection. You know, it's not all wallered out, all stretched out. And then we're just gonna put this hose clamp, if I can get it, all stainless steel hose clamp. We're gonna use this style so we can get it nice and tight and get it popped on there. So it's best to get the spring type hose clamp. When you get the spring type hose clamp, it expands and contracts, you know, with the heat, so it doesn't leak technically, but sometimes they just leak anyways, and then you got to get a regular hose clamp to get that thing tightened up so it doesn't leak. All right, we got it started up now. It's running real good, no leaks back up in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to top it off with some coolant, some antifreeze, with it on high heat. So we got to turn it on high heat like that, max heat, max everything. That way we can get that heater core full of antifreeze, come back, top it off until it's completely full. We'll be good to go. All right, future Matt here. So we get that heater hose fitting in there. I've been running it like this for about 2 months. No drips, no leaks at all. That metal heater hose connection fitting is doing great. You can see I got a regular style hose clamp on there. No leaks, no drips, nothing. So no problems down in here. You want to check these plastic connectors. These break all the time. It can leak down here too, but these hose fittings, you know, right there on the water pump aren't leaking at all. Those hose clamps are nice and tight, no drips, nothing. And then our reservoir is dirty. They're always dirty, but the full mark is halfway right there. So there's no drips, no leaks, nothing. Reservoir's holding good pressure, and it's holding plenty of antifreeze, completely full. So, you know, when you do this, you can get a replacement hose for this one right here, that fitting we replaced. You can just get you a new hose, cut your own, make your own. This one though, it's got that fitting down there, so you gotta buy the whole assembly. But we don't have to do any more work on this thing. No drips, no leaks, nothing. This thing is fixed. And that metal heater hose connection is gonna hold up for a long time. So we got it fixed up. Got that metal connector on there. It's not gonna leak. And if it does, swap it out with a regular style hose clamp. You'll be in good shape. So let me know down below. Y'all use those plastic heater hose fittings? Y'all like these metal ones? Y'all got a different way of doing it? I wanna know. So, you know, they leak after 20 years, unfortunately, but maybe some of y'all got lucky and yours haven't leaked a drop. I'll check y'all in the next video. Later.